It's time for another collab, and this time I'm doing a collab with Stephany, and we are both doing a self-care reminder spread using the same sticker book. And if you would like to find out how this fun spread comes together, stay tuned. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So back to our plan with me. And this is the Chic Fitness sticker book from Live Love Posh, which you can see it's been used, but there are lots more collections that have been untouched. So I'm picking this particular one, which is a bit on the softer side, and I have some washi tapes, and I also have these window scenes which we could always use. And I have some of the washi tapes, the pre-cut washi tapes from the washi tape shop, and I'm using the Rose Sonata. It's more like a musical themed one, and I do have quite a bit of a selection when it comes to the stickers and the washi tape. So I thought I would just roll this out. As you can see, it's been used pretty well. And I have my Gyro Cut Pro and the Gyro Cut, and my self-healing cutting mat, my paper clip, and my usual tools. And if you like any of the stationery that you see, it is most likely linked in the description, because my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off Live Love Posh, the Washi Tape Shop, Planything, and a few other shops, and the Arch and Olive store also, where the journal is from. And before you ask, that is a B5 journal. So this is a tropical washi set from Live Love Posh, which when I last checked is very much in stock. And I'm taking out my other washi tapes from Live Love Posh, and as you can see, my collection is growing. So I'm keeping all these out just because I would like to have that handy when I need it. And I will also be sharing some simple tips on how you can get started with the Dutch doors. Dutch doors made easy is what I would love to call it. And before we get into those, I think I will share a bit about Stephany and the collab I'm doing with her. So we wanted to do something to end the year with a reminder to ourselves to have self-care as a priority, because around this time things really pick up pace, and you are left completely drained if you do not take care of yourselves. So I thought that was a fun idea, and I just made that suggestion when I reached out to Stephany, and she totally loved it. So I'm glad that we are doing a collab on the sticker book, because we both seem to have the same sticker book, and I thought it was a nice excuse to use it, right? And please check out Stephany's video, which will be using some collection from the same sticker book, and that will be in the description. And please go check out her channel. She is amazing. She uses a lot of different brands when it comes to planners. I think she's mostly a planner. She is a decorative planner for sure. And you do have a few brands that she likes to use. She, I know, uses Happy Planner. She uses Plum Paper. She uses the Hemlock and Oak, and even some of the Wrong products. So she has a good variety when it comes to planning styles and the sizes. And I really love her style of decorating, because she sometimes brings out those clusters, which I'm amazed at how she does that. But it tends to be pretty and functional. So I'm all for it. And as you can see, I have used that paper clip to just hold the pages open. And I'm going with my Gyro Cut Pro to cut around the bottom elements because I wanted a few shapes and not just a plain solid line, like a completely straight line. That was not what I was looking for. And this was a first ever Dutch door here. And when you do the Dutch doors at the bottom like so, I think it makes a lot of difference when you have all these layers. So I will be doing another Dutch door at the top also. I've done the style before, but I think I will weave in some peekaboo window elements also alongside. And I wanted to try and see if I can use that edge, that cluster, in fact, with a straight edge, but I did not like how it looked. So I'm back to bringing my smaller elements, which, as you can see, I will try and do again. That straight edge is just not enjoyable, or it's just not appealing to me because that's not the look I'm going for here. So when you check out Stephany's channel and check out her video, please make sure that you are subscribing to her channel and drop her a word of encouragement. If you are not subscribing to her channel, I think you definitely should. You will love her content. And please let her know that you're coming over from Priya's channel. I'm sure she would appreciate that. And just let her know how much you love her spread and what you love about her spread. At the time of editing, I have not checked out her video, and I'm expecting to do that as soon as I get hold of a link. And once this is all prepped up, I will be sharing it with her. And how her video, just like her video is linked to mine, my video will be linked to her description. And there are some unique features on YouTube these days to highlight the collaborators you're working with. So I think it's a great feature that the YouTube has introduced. So all the collaborations that I have done, whoever have accepted those, and there are, of course, a few buttons to be clicked and all that. So once that is all done, the videos will show up on each other's page, which I think is a great way of getting to those videos. And you can see how I'm lining up the elements on the top and the bottom while making sure I do not do a lot of overlap, because I wanted it to be visible, all the layers to be visible from the front. So this is the first set of Dutch doors that I'm decorating on the back side so that you will have all those elements visible when you turn the page. And let me know if you have done something similar. And if you are into Dutch doors, how you like to try this. Because I've done a different variations of this particular horizontal style of Dutch doors. And check out all the other fun Dutch doors I have done. And I like to use bright colors if you have not noticed. But this was a bit on the softer side, a bit more on the yoga, meditation, or you could all even say she's doing Pilates, which is very likely. And as somebody who does all these, I try to mix and match all of these different versions of movement. And as we all age, I think retaining that flexibility in your body is key, because I do hear a lot of my friends and cousins and older ones especially complain of small squeakiness and creakiness in their joints as they age. And when they are a bit lazy, that tends to, those muscles just tend to tighten up. And again, the self-care, the part of the whole holiday season is very important, if you ask me. I do not celebrate Christmas, but in spite of that, I think as a content creator, lately my years have gotten really busy. So it does tend to be a lot of work, and with the kids home, if I'm not traveling, then it gets a bit more trickier because the kids are home and I'm not in a position to dedicate much time to film or do anything that I normally would do, which I'm not complaining, but sometimes you do need to remind yourself to prioritize amongst the gazillion things that you have to get checked off. So if you have your holiday planning or your holiday parties and holiday, all those gifts and all of those things in addition to the normal life, then I think you need to fill your cup before pouring from it. And I thought that this was a great reminder. So once you get started with Dutch doors, I can say that this is one of the styles you can do it. You can always go ahead and add washi tapes and have them lined back to back, as in you line them up one below the other and just cut the pages just below that washi tape. And I've done such Dutch doors, several of them on my channel. And I will even have a full playlist of all the horizontal Dutch doors and the vertical Dutch doors that I have done over the years. And let's get to the second page now. And I'm trying to, if you notice, line it perfectly depending on what shape we have going on. And I'm trying to alternate between the colors as well, because we have that softer pink and the softer periwinkle, which are always a good combination. And I do not want the same colors sitting adjacent to each other. And I think this line art set of elements is also a genius idea. And usually I like to layer the line art florals or any other materials with the floral components, but that is more impactful when the line art is on clear. Since this is entirely a set of paper stickers, I don't think it would look as nice, so that's why I avoided that. So that is something you could do as well. And can you see how you can line up those images? And you would think there is an additional layer when you actually turn the page and you see everything from the front page, then it does get really interesting. And I'm just going ahead and adding one particular element from the other collection. And this will be the bottom Dutch door. And that butterfly clip and the scissors and the tweezers are all from Journal Say. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal Say. And please make sure that you are checking out my posts tab on YouTube, because I do share all the information regarding all the pre-Black Friday events and all the sales and all that useful information. I usually come and share it on that tab. And there goes the one of the easiest Dutch door, the horizontal one. You see how it lines up perfectly. And let's now start decorating the other side. I like to keep it symmetrical, and I like to use the same elements each time. It's not because I would like it to be the same look. It's because I don't have to think too much when I pick the elements, and there is no clash with any of the elements that are on either side of the page. So that is the reason I tend to do that. And as you can see, there are so many of these florals and all these deco items. Like there are some of the aromatherapy elements also in here. And I'm using a bit of the line art deco along with all the other fun florals. So that is why there is a bit of a black and white element, which I think is important. And that is our next set of the Dutch doors that are almost complete. And you could keep it at that, but then I always like to challenge myself, you know that. And this is, I'm keeping it at that simple version because I could have gone more complex routes, but I thought this is a nice simple way of getting started. And then you always have the entire page above the elements that we put down. If you and wanted to bring in more elements or bring in something of interest, which you will see I later do. But as of now, I think this is good. So I just went ahead and decorated the front and the back. And you also have a few of these girls who are really in the downward dog, as they call it in yoga. And those are, in fact, great. Just giving you a small tip, nothing related to the journaling. And those poses, that pose in fact is very helpful in boosting your hair growth. If you did not know, it actually brings about a lot of blood circulation to your scalp, that way boosting your hair growth. So if you have been trying every possible way to see more hair growth, and if you would like to have thicker hair, then I think that is a pose you can try. Just hold it for a couple of minutes, and it immensely affects the blood flow to your scalp. And let me know what you think is self-care, and what you try and squeeze in even on busy seasons. Because I know if you have been getting ready for your holiday season, you're already feeling the heat of the whole season coming. And at the time of filming, I don't think even the Thanksgiving is in a couple of weeks. So you have your Thanksgiving first, and then comes the holiday season if you are somebody who celebrates both of them. And Thanksgiving is purely an American thing. And let me know if you do celebrate it. If you are not an American, I'm just curious to know. And there are other harvest festivals that happen across the globe around the same time, but you could be calling it by a different name. So I'm glad that self care is given a slightly more importance than it normally gets these days. So I think that is definitely important because people just forget to take care of themselves. And by the end of the holiday season, they're entirely drained, and you do not know how to even start your year properly. The next year starts soon after that. So that is our next Dutch door all done. And I love how it is lining up perfectly. And let us see. We will have, yeah, just trying to recreate that same look, that's all. And let me know if you've done horizontal Dutch doors before, if you journal, and if you have tried something similar, and what kind of journal you use. Because sometimes just a normal journal is all you need, because decorations is totally optional. And if that's not something you particularly care about, I don't think you need to add stickers at all. But since I'm a bit decorative, then I think that decorating the pages is a good way of making sure that I reach for these journals every day. And I've been doing this for some time, and I think it's a good way of self care, if you ask me. Just I have a couple of journals that I use on a daily basis. And if you are somebody who's still on the lookout for journals, I have a few recommendations which I will have below. And I even gave you a few ideas in one of my videos where I talked about 6 ideas to get started with your new journal. And all of those videos can be found in the description. And if you've been wanting to pick up a journal or a planner for yourself for 2026, I have a few of my brands listed below, along with some discount code, which will save you some change. And it is always something I think we all love. And let's now decorate the bottom parts. And I did go ahead and add these florals at the bottom. But then I wasn't sure if that was the way to go, because I did not want more florals, more pronounced florals in bigger sizes. So I think I will bring something else, because, yeah, that's again another way of bringing in some interest into your spreads. And I will go ahead and add some smaller elements, but I think I would love to, yeah. So whoever can be there, I don't want the exact same pose on the same page, but before that, I think we will have some washi down. And I like to have it all the way at the edge of the page or the bottom of the page. And I think that's a great way of, yeah, I think that's one simple way of bringing in some color and making sure that there is some uniformity across the pages. And yeah, I think that's good. I just went ahead and rounded the corners. And clean your scissors right away. That's a great way of making sure that a lot of gunk doesn't accumulate on it and it gets unusable. So let's bring in that girl right in that gap. And since I've positioned it and repositioned it a couple of times, I think she will have to be glued down at the end. It is forgiving, but then the glue just comes off after you've put them through a lot. So there are these perfectly apt quotes in the same sticker book, and I almost put it down right there, but I don't think I would like that to be lost amongst that washi tape. And let's put that back. And it's time for some sticker surgery. And first I thought it would be enough if I just trim off the top phrase, but looks like not. And yeah, so today, stronger tomorrow is perfect. And that's exactly what I remind myself of when I do the strength training. And what does your strength training routine consist of? Do you have a set routine? Do you have a plan and then stick to it? Or do you keep it to whatever you feel like doing that day? Because I would suggest you keep to a routine or a schedule, so that way you will have all the muscle groups targeted by the end of each week. And it's a great way of maintaining that muscle as you age. Nobody is getting younger, come on, let's face it. So we all need to, especially women, you need to take care of your health. Once you hit 30, your your muscle degeneration starts, and you start losing muscles. So you need to start early to make sure that you age well. And that's been one of my focuses for the past few years, I must say. And I love when I can squeeze that in at least 3 days of strength training. And I try to rotate the movement every day. So that way I will have the upper body, lower body, and the whole body worked out every week. And I have a certain set of weights that I have at home. And I do have a trainer, gym, and all of that. But then my elder son was seriously into fitness, and he has so much of the weights that we have at home. And I'm not complaining, because when I don't feel like going to the gym where they have more intense or heavier weights or fancier equipments for that matter. And that was the last setup I had on my channel. I mean, that must have been one of the recent videos that came out. And I'm not sure what order the videos will be coming. And I was hoping that would be the last one. That was from the Christmas Love sticker book from Live Love Posh again. And I'm going with these beautiful stickers, which you could use to write your stats or something important. You could use it as a functional box. Even though it's a pretty box, you could still use it for function. And let's complete the bottom portion now. And I'm coming and adding some more of the filler elements, filling some of those white spaces. And yeah, as you can see, I've used a lot of the components that are part of the collection. And now we have some more space at the top there. And let us see. And we will go ahead and add some of these. Yeah, we'll alternate some of the elements. Those are really nice and pretty florals. The periwinkle and the pink combo is really pretty. And I think that's a nice edge for the page. And these scraps are always useful, so I don't throw them. I would suggest you don't either. And that is again a great way of using some of those florals, and let her have some florals in between her bent position. And yeah, if I can make sure there are no casualties, I think that would be perfect. And I think that was a good save. And yeah, let's have some of the florals there. And the white space can really be filled in using these scraps. And yeah, I'll try and straighten that a bit more. I think that's pretty. And let us see. We need a couple more coats and a couple more clusters. And we will also come and do our fun part, you know. This was just the basic touch toes that I did. And I like when I can combine the different components. And yeah, let's see. I had this set of the glass window, and this is the rose oath. And this collection was part of my one of my recent hauls from Journal Say. And I usually like to pick two identical shapes or two identical windows, so that way I can use it on either side of the Dutch door. You can obviously stick this and have one sticker inside and just call it a day without having that inside of the window cut out, or you could cut it in a couple different ways. So looks like I will be cutting the inside of the window. So I'm trying to find a better match for that. And this usually comes in a pack of 10, and there is a good variety. And I think that, yeah, I think those two would be better. And these are more like the ephemera stickers. And I will also go ahead and get my ceramic Fiskars ceramic trimmer, which I don't end up using, but I'm grabbing my pencil and marking the area of the inside of the window. So that way I will have a guide as to where I can cut around. So I will cut outside of the shape I have drawn. And I think I'm just double checking. And yeah, if you are wondering why I reached for this orange one, this is the Gyrocut Pro, which is a bit more versatile and a bit more advanced blade. And the blue one, the dark navy one, is the Gyrocut, which I have had for a few years now. And it's pretty, let's say it's not as sharp as it used to be. There are replacement blades that I can get, but I thought I would rather go for an upgrade. And that's why I picked up the Gyrocut Pro, which I'm loving. And you see how that peekaboo window just comes together. And this is again another great tip to bring in some of the interest. And Journal C has an amazing collection of such decorated windows. And you can have, once you start shopping, you will be amazed at how many options you have in front of you. And as of the time of editing, they have a Black Friday event happening, and you can stack my code Priya on top. So that is an amazing deal if you ask me. And let us see. I think, yeah, for this side, I think we will have, yeah, I think that's a beautiful picture for inside that frame. You could pretend it's a frame. So you have a beautiful view there. And if I can have that straightened a bit more, I think it's a great idea. And I think that side is sorted. And let's see. First, I wanted to use something decorative for the left side of the page, and I did pick it up. But then I thought one of the quotes might be better. And this is just perfect because if you do the yoga long enough, hard enough, if it's challenging for you, trust me, you will sweat. So I think that is a great quote right there. So we will put this back. And we are almost done with our spread. And yeah, just making sure that there are no smaller components in here which I can bring in. Maybe one of this, yeah, I don't think it quite fits. Any of that would show on the other side. And let me know how you are liking this process and how you're liking how I shared the tips on how to get started with Dutch doors, especially the horizontal Dutch doors. There is a good variety right on my channel if you would like to check out a few videos for inspiration. And please don't hesitate to ask away if you have any specific questions. And I think I will be taking a break with my collabs for the month of December because everybody is busy and I do not want to bother people asking about doing a collab. Just because I don't celebrate the Christmas does not mean I should be bothering others, right? So I decided to take a break in December and I will be back in January with another amazing creator. And I do have a few people lined up, so please let me know if you would like to see me do a collab with anybody specific. I do have a few suggestions that I got from folks, and thank you to everybody who turned in your suggestions. And I'm using this Le Fleur lace washi from the washi tape shop. And please find all the shops and links and codes and all the product names linked in the description. So I think I will go ahead and add some to the right page right there, and without hopefully any of those sharp edges which will look very weird. And I'm just keeping it. Of course, I have to lay it down straight. And that paper trimmer was from Journal Say as well. And I think it was a great idea that I decided to just trim around the elements. All I want to do is just trim around the stickers I have already put down, and I will go back with my, yeah, that was really bothering me. So I'm just using my Tombow Dots adhesive to glue it down. And let's now trim the excess off. And just that small pop of those lace elements, I think it was a good idea. Let me know how you like that technique. And let's see, we will need a few more coats and a couple more clusters maybe, right? And we should be done. And I will go to see if this sticker book does not have any plain boxes. So let me grab the one of the functional books. And before that, I want to see if I should be adding the lace washi to this side, which, nah, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, I'll just save it for some other time. And I think it did come out really pretty, but then I wanted to see if I could use it on this side, or so that way I could have done that, but I thought that was enough deco, especially with that well decorated window right there. And let us see now. This functionally pastel, I will go ahead and add a few boxes. I will try and mix and match the colors that we have going on. And the sticker book is amazing. It does have dates and days of the week and every all the function you would want, even for your planners. I think it's a great way of using it. And that is the first cluster. And let us see. I'm also trying to balance some of those colors, if you can notice, you know, so that becomes one big cluster there. And you might be thinking why I'm adding boxes to my journal, but sometimes I like to, especially for those small moments or small events or something the kids said or something they did, something about maybe a concert that happened last week. My son was part of a production last week, so it was really a great time that I got to see what his friends put together. And it's always nice to have those special moments marked out and not just lost amongst all the other words that you may otherwise write. So that is another set of clusters. I like to do some decorations, some plain boxes, and that's always a good idea. And yeah, as you can see, there's a lot left in the sticker book. And should we have something else? I'm not sure. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Maybe another candle right there. And I think we're good. And please make sure that you check out Stephanie's video linked below and show her some love. And hope you liked today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.